Hi guys, welcome to Crypto 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment in general. Right now, we can see Bitcoin is trading at 16,900. And also, we saw Sam Bankman-Fried saying he's going to launch a new business to raise money and pay all his customer. And we all know the FTX or Alameda Research altogether, they're owning about 1 million clients and close to about 5 billion to 10 billion of assets. How is it going to do that? We're going to see how that unfold. And also, we can now see Binance is being exposed through crypto.com following Binance full stop. And I'm going to show you that shortly. And also, we're going to take a look at the chart. We're going to look at the economic calendar talking about the CPI and the FOMC coming up on Tuesday and on Wednesday, respectively. So these are more what we're going to be looking at on the show today, and you do not want to go anywhere. All right, my name is Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, and welcome to the show. This is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. And first of all, before I go to the chart and show you what we need to do today or how you need to make some money for yourself today, like we always do on this show, you need to subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of the greatness that has been happening on this platform. But first of all, let's check out what is really going on with crypto.com. We knew some months ago, in October to be precise, crypto.com follows Binance into France and invests about 145 million in the Paris headquarters. And everybody was like, wow, is crypto.com pushing edges? We know they bought or they were now the sponsor of the Staples Center. Is no longer Staples Center, it's now crypto.com center. And even when you're watching World Cup, you see the advert there, the part of the sponsor, crypto.com, and a lot of that. And a lot of people are now saying since FTX falls off behind Binance or couldn't compete with Binance any longer, probably it's now crypto.com that is going to take the stand. And we know what happened to FTX US, FTX International, and Alameda Research, whereby they lost customer fund, the majors of customer fund by staking their own token, and that backfires, and now they're in shambles. The same thing these people are doing, and I'm going to show you step by step on today's show. You do not want to miss out. Now, we knew Binance was moving from one city to another. Same thing, crypto.com did the same. You can see right here, crypto.com follows Binance into France and invests about 145 million US dollars in the Paris headquarters. Also, we saw the news that followed it as saying crypto.com trading volume sinks over 91% 1 year after the mark. Demon ad, and we saw the same thing happen with the BNB when the trading volume synced with Binance. So that's another correlation that happens there. And also, we knew that there was a publication or there was rumors, not rumor, that was evident that people were now saying on Twitter when they mistakenly sent some phone out about 400 million, I think. People are now saying even the proof of reserve they're trying to show, they held about, I don't know, probably 20% of meme token, which is Shiba Inu. We all know Shiba Inu is a meme token following the Dogecoin successful of meme token, and Shiba Inu is trading at 0.000, I think 9 or 8 right now as I'm talking to you. Now, people are saying they're holding 20% of their reserve on that shit coin or on the alternative coin, which could just go away anytime, any day. The same thing with Binance. When Binance published their approval of reserve before the auditor even published their own, we saw them holding about 40% of the approval of reserve in their own token, in their own BNB, BUSB, and all of that, which is the same thing with what FTT do, holding a lot of stuff in their own token. So I feel like crypto.com is just exposing or is trying to follow the footstep that Binance did to just find its way in the crypto space. And I think a lot of people are waking up to the show. You know, I told you when the whole thing came out, I said I did not like what Binance did. Irrespective of Alameda Research, FTS saga was bad. We all knew this guy is just trying to outplay all the other competitor in the industry so he can be the number one, because Sam Bankman-Fried came out saying you want. Stop lying. There must be truth to it. There is not fire without the smoke, you understand? And we also happened, they first of all took out some money before they announced they are taking out their own FTT. Why don't they say it to the public at once and let everybody take out what they can take out at the same time? So I think crypto.com is trying to show us what part or what way Binance is taking, and they're following it. And I don't think it's good. We saw Binance proof of reserve, and what CZ posted before the other posted didn't match. Some coin were not there. Binance said they can't transfer some money out of the whatever. After 2 weeks, we saw them transferring 2 billion to another account, and they came out to say no, it's because the auditor asked them to do that and stuff like that, which I don't believe that is true. I just believe these guys, they're playing the same game, but they're just smart, or how am I going to use the word? They are smarter than each other in playing the games. And you understand. And once you lose guard, they use it against you and they kick you out of the game, and they still remain in the game. So that's why you need to be careful. Make sure you invest in all these ad wallet like Ledger, Nano, and stuff like that, where you can back up your asset and put the money you can afford to lose on this exchange while you're using them or trading with them. And we saw a lot of movement coming out of the exchange to DeFi now, showing people are now waking up to the reason why blockchain was established, or the reason why cryptocurrency is there for us, not to give it to like we're giving our money to the bank. It's for you to control your money, to do it, to use it to do whatever you feel you will like to use the money for. So we saw crypto.com posts withdrawal of USDC and USDT on Solana. Same thing, Binance did the same thing. So you can't tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things being coincident. No, it's the same. So that means they're playing the same game. After that, we saw these news that came out that crypto.com accidentally sent about 400 million in Ethereum to a wrong wallet. CEO cause for concern. It's the same thing. We saw Binance sending out about 2 billion to another wallet, but they say it was the auditor that asked them to do that. So I think you can pinpoint all these points together, and that's why I feel like Binance is just gradually being exposed, because we'll see other exchanges doing the same thing they will be doing to just keep their head afloat in the game. This is crypto winter period. We are in the bear market for a long period of time. Everybody must lose money. How are you able to hold one-to-one of the customer fund? Because if you use their money to buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin has fallen. How are you able to hold it to one-on-one? If you use it to buy any token, any project, they're falling. NFT is even the worst. NFT is falling more than 90%. So how are you able to hold their money more than one-to-one? Maybe they got some investment, or they got their own money from the commissions and all of that they're doing. But I don't think getting commission and all of that is going to give you such huge amount of profit, but it's possible because they do manipulate the market like the broker be in forex trading. If you're a native trader, you understand what I'm saying. And also, we found out that Crypto.com CEO says business as usual after revelation of accident transfers of 400 million. And they say there is no problem and things are going to go in a normal. But after all these things, after all this trade that we saw Binance doing, they come out to say Crypto.com releases data to assure its clients holds one-to-one reserves. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like Binance did this, they do that. Binance gone for this, they went for that. But you understand? So to me, I feel like these guys are just playing the same game. And now it's now being clear to us that Binance too is not totally 100%, how am I going to call it, reliable. Yeah, let me put it like that. They're not 100% reliable, because crypto.com mistakenly sent money. They did the same thing. Crypto.com hold about 20% or more on Shiba Inu, which is a meme token. Binance hold the same thing on their own token. You understand? So I feel like a lot of similarities, and these are just coming on. We knew, or we saw what happened to Binance, that what CZ published was not the same thing as the auditor, whatever, published. People are saying maybe that was a mistake and stuff like that, but you cannot afford to do mistake in this kind of, how am I going to call it, era or time where crypto space needs 100% transparent, competent auditor and stuff like that. So you can tell me that was a mistake. Definitely something is wrong. But what I want to show you is now see what is funny here. If you see on crypto.com releases proof of reserve audited result, and they use the same, the same audit firm. Don't get me wrong. Binance used the same Crypto.com used the same audit frame Binance used. You can see the same thing is signed to each other. And you can see Mazda Group compare the asset held on-chain address proven to be controlled by Crypto.com with customer balance through an auditor overseeing live query of production database on December 7th. The same statement they released for Binance. If you've been watching our show, you can go check some other episode when I show the Binance owns too. It's the same thing, no difference. And now, when they're bringing the asset, they use the same pattern Binance is using. See, they say in scope of asset, they have BTC 102% backed up, ETH 101% backed up, USDT, XRP, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Link, Mana, all of them are more than 100% backed up. This is not 100% right to me. But it's because they're following the footstep of Binance and indirectly they're exposing Binance too. So we need to be careful because now, okay, let's use our two cents, our common sense to read this thing. You deposited about 100 billion into Binance. They use it, your money to buy BTC. So to back up, BTC fell off about 80%. How come the money still remain more than 800 100 billion or whatever deposited that was in it? It's not possible. Yes, maybe they are doing margin trading, they're making money from the commission, but there's no how you're going to lose about 80% of customer from because they didn't say all of the money are in USDC or USDT. If they say all of the money are USDT or USDC now, yes, we understand that those ones are pegged one to one. They are not falling. So even though market falls 80%, they remain the same. But they say it's been backed up with BTC, ETH, XRP, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Link, and Mana. These projects are falling more than 70% this year. So to me, I feel like these guys, because and everybody's been questioning Binance that okay, if Binance have got something or serious issue, why don't they publish their liabilities also? Because we only see the asset you say you're holding. What about your liabilities? What if your liabilities is half the money you're publishing? It's the same thing like you don't have all the money backed one to one. So there's more to this proof of reserve we're saying, but at least crypto.com is following the Binance footstep by now uh, releasing their own proof of reserve, and all customer can verify their fund as well, just like Binance. And that is the story about both of them. And I believe they're just exposing themselves indirectly because someone that has sense or someone that know what is going on in the crypto space, you can put one and two together. You understand? And thank God crypto.com didn't make that mistake of Binance showing us what they were holding before releasing this. And they're not even showing the quantities, they just show the reserves. And the same audit firm that approved Binance is the same thing that approved crypto.com. I won't be surprised if we see other exchanges coming out under this audit frame and see printing or showing the same result. Maybe they are just being paid to do their job. Who knows? Anything is possible in cryptocurrency. So you need to be careful and you need to watch out because it's your hard-earned money. Make sure you trade with the money you can afford to lose on all these centralized exchanges and put the money or your asset that's for long time or a short time period for investment in a cold wallet, you understand? And that you are in control of your money or your asset yourself. The disadvantage is you need to keep it safe yourself because you are not now relying on any exchange to do that for you. And I think it's better if you have millions of dollars or billions of dollars in something. I bet you won't want to joke with it. You will keep it safe as if it's your baby. You understand? And I think that's what we need to do. So I just feel like these people are just exposing each other with the traits and what or with the scope they are using to show their proof of reserve. But we have the news, crypto.com releases proof of reserve audited result. And that is that. So right now, let's check what is really going to happen because we'll be expecting something huge to come out on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and on Wednesday, which is next tomorrow. And what is that? That is going to be the CPI. I'm talking about the core CPI price index, consumer price index, and the FOMC, that's the interest rate coming out on Wednesday. So now, both of these things are very, very important. What I mean is very important is because We all know, or we've been seeing for the past months, that BTC has been dropping, has been dropping, has been dropping. It has been because of CPI. Interest rate don't even do as much because people already know the data of CPI. They already can pinpoint what Fed is going to do, or it's going to be 75 basis point, it's going to be 50 basis point. We already know that. And whenever it comes out, it's always slightly, it's a small difference, or we're going to see the same thing as it's been forecasted. But the CPI has always been the main punch that always kick or punch BTC down. And I told you there's a chart, there's a pattern. I'm going to release it. I couldn't release it last week due to technical issue, but I'm going to release a video probably today to show you guys the same pattern that we had before some CPI data dropped. They pushed up from 21,400 to 15,400. Same pattern has come up on the chart again, and I'm expecting that could be what is going to push us down to 12,000. You understand? That's what we're going to push up to 12,000, except we fail to break that 15,400 or hold around that banana. I'm going to show you that on the chart quickly. But before I go to the chart, let's check out some data that we need to be looking at today or this week rather. And today is Monday. We're expecting GDP month to month in Great Britain to come out, and we're going to see Bank of Canada, the governor Merkel speaks, talking about how they're going to control their own interest rate as well. But the most important thing will come up tomorrow, which is the CPI. But before the CPI, we're going to see climate count change. We're going to look at German zero economy. We're going to look at Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks. We're going to now have the CPI month to month, the core CPI year to year, and the core CPI the CPI year to year, month to month, and the core CPI month to month will now come, and those data will shake the market tomorrow. Don't say I don't tell you, but like I've always been telling you on the show, the chart will already tell you what's going to happen. There might be some manipulation, but the chart will always tell you this is what you need to do. And that's why on this show, we always make sure we give you what you need to understand uh, about what's going on uh, in the chat. So on Wednesday, what I'll be waiting for, we'll be waiting for the RBA Governor lowest peak, CPI yet to come out in Great Britain. FOMC projection now is going to come out on Wednesday, which is now the interest rate in the United States, which is very important. And we're going to see FOMC statement, federal funds rate also will come out, and the press conference is going to come out as well. I remember in 2019, I lost a lot of money when the FOMC come out. The market was appreciating. I was in profit, huge profit. Then the moment Fed Powell came out to start now bringing out the tools of how they're going to control the market dropped sharply, and it put me in a deficit whereby I was like, oh no, I don't want to close, I don't want to close. And at the end of the day, I ended up losing them. And that's where I learned that you do not open a trade without using a stop loss. That's one thing you need to learn again. But in trading, it's different experiences you're going to be experiencing, and that's going to be what is now bridging you up to become a better trader and a professional trader. And on Wednesday as well, we're still going to be expecting GDP quarter to quarter in New Zealand. And on Thursday, employment change will come out in Australia. Unemployment will come out in Australia. We're going to see some monetary policy in CHF. We're going to see some SBN policy rate. We're going to see some MPC official bank rate vote coming out in Great Britain as well. And the monetary policy summary as well will be coming out. So a lot of data will be coming out this week, and I'm expecting a lot of us to make money with it, not to lose money. And how can you make money with it? Is by sticking to this channel where we analyze the chart, tell you what to do, and just make money together, but not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose. You need to do your own research as well. So we're going to look at the chart shortly, and we'll talk about what we need to do. Right now, the same Thursday, we'll be expecting a lot of data to come out. Core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, retail sales month-to-month, unemployment claims, ECB press conference. Just a lot will going to happen, or so much data coming out this week. And why? Because it's almost the end of the business year, so all this data needs to come out before we're not going to see the next one coming out in January and February and stuff like that. And on Friday, what should we be expecting? On Friday, we're going to be looking at the retail sales in Great Britain. We're going to be looking at French flash manufacturing PMI in Europe. We're going to be looking at French flash manufacturing PMI in Great Britain and flash service PMI in United States. You can see it's a whole bunch of something, and you need to use this to your advantage. How can you do that? Stick to the channel, because we're going to analyze the chart, analyze the market, analyze the data as they come out, and you're going to have a clear understanding of what and where you need to put your money. Not financial advice anyway, but we have been right more than 99.9% on this show. You can go and verify, check other episodes, and you can know vouch for what we say. So that's that on the data we'll be expecting Tuesday and Wednesday, which is tomorrow and next tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very important day among these days in the week, in this week rather, and you do not want to trade anyhow. So now let's go and check what is happening with the chart. And right now we can see BTC is trading at 16,931 on the trading view. But there might be slightly different on the exchanges, depends on the exchanges you're using. But what are we to expect? It's simple. If you've been following this channel, I told you last week we have this falling, rising wedge that play out, and we drop out of it. Now we move up above it to kind of mitigate any structure, and that's why we now have our first yellow, we have our second yellow. Now we're breaking down. All we just need to see is to break this 16,730, and it's game over. It's game over, you understand? So how do you need to trade today not to get caught inside all the news that will be coming out? Because we might see the market just drop sharply and recover back and drop again. The volatility will be crazy tomorrow, and I expect to see something like that. But you need to stick to the plan. You need to stick to the analysis of the chart or whatever signal we'll be giving on this show, so you don't miss out. So what am I expecting? This is what I'm expecting. We've seen the cycle completed in a rising wedge. You understand? Not in a channel, not in a symmetric triangle, in a rising wedge, and we fell out of it, which is good. Now, that now gives us 1, 2, 3 to create a structure in a higher time frame. We now have a structure in a higher time frame. Now we have our 1, we have our 2. What are we expecting now? We're expecting to break this zone, which is 16,700 to 16,720. We're expecting to break that zone. The moment we break that zone, I'm expecting the market to come down to around 16,300 or 16,200. And if the news that will be coming out tomorrow is not going to be favorable, we'll see a massive sell-off. And that might push us to another 15,400 zone, break the zone, and go to 14K, 13K, or even 12K. That is very possible, and that's what I'll be waiting for to see. So where do you need to get into the market as a trader or as an investor? If you're an investor, I don't expect you to be in the market, because I told you this is not time to buy, because the market has completed. You need to put your stop market, get out of the market, wait for it to fall off, then you're going to buy. But if you're a trader, you can trade, because you can scale the profit on a lower time frame movement and also use your risk reward to just make some gain. And how are we going to do that today? It's simple. We're expecting the market to break this zone. You can see I have all this input down there to break this 17,070, and now it's broken. So it's a sell already. It's a sell already. What are we expecting now to do? If you're just watching the show, what you need to do is to see if we're going to see the market pull back to come and touch this support that we broke out of, so which is 1770. You can wait to see if the market is going to come and touch here, then you can short from there, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5 to go down. So I'm expecting the market to pull back, probably touch this mitigation zone here, which is around 17,100 and 17,700. You can put your sell limit there. Then the market is going to follow, or we're going to see something like this play out. We're going to see something like this play out. Didn't touch that zone, probably by using our Fibonacci, then we'll see the market drop down. Let me stop it now. If we use our Fibonacci from here now, you can see we are still inside 0.23, and we might want to push back to around 0.50 or 0.61%, depending on how the market is going to pull back. We can see the pullback that happens here. Look at the pullback that happens there before we have the breakout. If you look at this is the pullback. the pullback was around 0.61. So it might be the same trend they're going to use. So the market might push back to 0.61 Fibonacci, which is around 17,100 to 1770 for you to put your sell minute or put a short, or rather come to 0.38, which is around 1720 or 1730 thereabout, then the market will start falling off. So now what you need to do, you need to put your sell limit around those areas I've just mentioned. Put your sell limit around them, and that's where you need to get into the market, or you just wait, let the market do whatever it wants to do. When it's coming to break 16,880, then you put your sell stop. Sorry, it's not going to be sell limit this time. It's going to be sell stop. You put your sell stop and you get into the trade. But I like you to get into the trade when the market retraces, not when the market continues falling there, because you're going to miss some movement that you must have made some profit if you have gotten into the market earlier on. So what am I expecting to happen? You can wait, let it push back a bit, get into the market around 17,100 or 1770, or you can wait, short it the moment it's breaking 16,880, because we still need the market to break it to have a proper structure in a higher time frame. We need the market to break 16,700. And you can see we have order block here. That's why when the market was coming here, mitigated the order block, push back to create structure. Now the structure is breaking down, and I'm expecting us to break this 16,720 or 16,000 16,720 to 16,700. Once we break that, now we have a proper structure in a higher time frame, and I'm expecting the market to start falling off. Then when the news comes out tomorrow, and before the news tomorrow, we're still going to record another episode of this great show where to advise you maybe there's a change of what we're seeing on the chart or in the market, or rumors we're hearing about the news, and we're still going to tell you about it. So you do not want to miss all of this on the show. If you've not subscribed, I expect you to hit the subscribe button right now, like and share the videos to your families and friends so this can benefit them as well, so we can all make these millions or billions in cryptos together and become one of the richest in the future, because crypto is here to stay. The regulations still need to hit the space, but I believe crypto is here to stay. So that's that on BTC. Your buy stop, your sell limit around 1700 to 1770, and your sell stop should be below, obviously, 16,880 there. About the moment we break it down, you should know we're now having the continuation. But what if we fail to break this zone? Because sometimes they can manipulate the market. What if we fail to break this order block here? It's been tested. It's no longer order block for me again because we've mitigated it. What if we fail to break it? This is what we need to do. If you fail to break this order block, I will advise you, wait, let's see if you're not going to see a pull up that is not going to break all the structures. The moment we break all the structures and you see us breaking the 17,300 or 350, then we need to now be considering taking a buy. But I don't see that happening anytime now. Probably it might happen after the news, because if the news is favorable, they like to go opposite direction before they go the right direction. And I've said that on the show as well, and I'm still going to throw more light on this tomorrow. And also, you might want to subscribe to the channel, to our Discord channel, our Telegram channel, whereby we're going to be dropping all the signals for you as well, in case there's any change in the movement, in price action, and all of that, so you can quickly get to understand what is happening in the market. So that's that on BTC. It's now dropping, and if you check my tweet last week, I was the only person saying there is no buy here. We're going to see the market sell off, and I can see we are seeing it because structure is playing out already. And the moment you see a structure, what does it mean? That means it's confirming where the market is going. What I'm just waiting in, let's see if we're going to break this 16,800, and I bet you we're going to break it. Not financial advice, just for educational purpose. Is what I've studied in the market, and I'm using it to train you guys, and I just want to share with you guys so you understand what is really going on with this trading. Gosh, man, my battery will soon go off. Miss Lebs, let me see if I can finish it before it goes on. Okay, 10 minutes. All right, so that's that on BTC. So right now, let's go to Ethereum and check what is happening with ETH USD. It's going to be the same pattern, and you can see right here on my screen is the same pattern. We saw this movement on BTC that happened during the weekend. The same movement right here, you can see it's the same movement right here. So I believe ETH and BTC, they're moving correlation for like a week now, and that's good because that shows they're moving in the same direction, and wherever the kings go, the queen follows. So what are we expecting with ETH? ETH, you just need to wait, or probably you can put a short if you break 1,240, but you can wait. Let us see if it's going to pull back. But ETH has been creating a kind of uh, zigzag, breaking it. So now I think you can just wait, let it come and mitigate around 1,260. Then you can put in your sell, which is going to be your sell limit, but your sell stop is going to be below 1,240. So ETH and BTC, I think they're the same, and you just want to see it. And I'm expecting to see massive drop with ETH as well, but we need to break this zone. We need to break it to have a proper structure. Though ETH has been given a nice structure, you see, because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We need the 5 to come down. So ETH might come down here, and if the news is not good or if the news is not favorable, it might even push down a bit more. So that's what I'm expecting from ETH. So I've told you, you might want to tell us any coin you want us to look at or any project. Comment in the comment section, and we're going to look at it and analyze the chart, analyze the market with you, and tell you what you need to do. But remember, nothing on the show is financial advice. So that's ETH and BTC. So now let's check the market watch and see what is going on in the world of crypto. And we can see market cap is still sitting at 875 billion right here, and on the sister side about 840 billion, and we can see 30 billion traded in the last 24 hours, and on the sister side about 37 billion traded in the last 24 hours. BTC dominance 37.2 and 17.2, talking about BTC and Ethereum respectively, and also on the sister side right here, you can see BTC is at 8.7 and ETH is 18.1, talking about BTC and ETH dominance. So what is trending? BTC's trending has been dropping from 1.44% in the last 24 hours, and we can see PancakeSwap is trending. That's a decentralized app for you to make exchange. We can see ARK also is trending. It's been down 10% in the last 24 hours. And we can see Bitcoin is trading at 16,936, down about 2.41% in the last 7 days, and 1.38% in the last 24 hours. And you can see ETH down about 4.2% in the last 7 days, 2.2% in the last 24 hours, and about 0.05% in the last 1 hour. We can see Dogecoin has been down 20% in the last 7 days, 9.35% in the last 24 hours, and 0.5% in the last 1 hour. And I told you Dogecoin, I've said it a week before last week, that you should not get into Dogecoin because it's going to fall back to 0.5, and I can see it's already happening already without even checking the charts. All right, now we can see all these coins are now start to fall off, and the big news is coming tomorrow, and next tomorrow we might see a change in those colors. But right now, let's check out what's going on with the coins on the top 100. We can see BAST maintaining 101, ENS at 102, XDC network at 103, Bitcoin Gold made it to 104, Terra Classic USD 109. Speaking about Terra Classic, Duquan is being said is been somewhere in Sabia, something like that is hiding now there, but we're waiting for confirmation to know if truly the rumor is confirmed or is true. All right, stepping at 111, and the list goes on. Cardena is at 109, and most of them are down in the last 7 days, 1 hour and 24 hours. J Finance at 108. So these are all the coins that are top 100. Also, let's check out NFT for the lovers of NFT, and you can see the top 10 NFT. Body API maintaining number 1, CryptoPunk number 2, Modern API number 3, Ordered it for other side number 4, the potatoes number 5, but Ape Kennel Club number 6, um, Motherfuckers at number 7, Doodles at number 8, Azuki at number 9, Pudgy Penguin at number 10. So not much surprise in the top 10 this time around. But NFT is highly risky. Please trade with the amount you can afford to lose, or put your money on any project with the amount you can afford to lose, and do your own research before you put your money on any of them. You know, we saw all these big celebrities now being sued, talking about Justin Bieber and a lot of them saying uh, they shield those NFT projects. A lot of people lost their money, and we've seen so many of these celebrities being tagged along or being sued regarding their concern or their whatever with the project they've been shilling. So that's that on today's show. If you enjoyed the show, you might want to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of this greatness. But we cannot end the show without checking what the fear and greed index looks like, and we can see the fear and greed index is now sitting at 27%, which means we're still in fear, which means the sentiment still shows a lot of people are still scared, still waiting to maybe the right time to jump into market. But I can tell you there's not actually the right time in the market. You just need to know when to buy and when to sell. Take your profit, wait for another moment, take a profit, use your risk reward, and all of that. And that's how you can succeed in this market. All right, and that's that on fear and greed index is at 27%. All right, shout out to our sponsor, Instacash FX, for sponsoring the show. In case you want to learn how to trade, you can go there and apply for free training. Or also, if you want to sell your Bitcoin, you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to do anything regarding cryptocurrency, you might want to contact them as well. They are fast, reliable, and efficient. All right, you can subscribe to the channel right here, subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can join all the stuff we're bringing for you on this great platform. All right, until I catch you next time on another wonderful episode of the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I still remain myself, Ahmed Oladmejikazim, and I'll see you tomorrow. Do not forget, big news coming tomorrow, next tomorrow, and throughout this week. Peace out, and I'll see you when I see you.